Hey, what is up you guys? Today I'm doing a book unhaul. I've only done one of these before on my channel and it was quite fun to clear my shelves, and I have a big pile of books here that are just taking up space that I don't want anymore and for various reasons. So I will be discussing them all today, obviously. This is just going to be like a chill video. I'm not going to do like any editing really or anything like that. But if you enjoy this video, definitely please leave a like and subscribe. I also just want to say thank you for all the support on my last video. People seem to really have enjoyed it and be happy that I'm like making that series. So that was like very encouraging. I haven't replied to the comments yet, but I definitely will by the time this video is up. I just like have been very busy recently. But yeah, again, thank you for that. So without any further ado, let's just get started on the book unhaul. So the first pile of books I want to talk about are these Wordsworth classics that I am getting rid of. I have Julius Caesar by William Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare, Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf, Around the World in 80 Days, and The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist by Robert Trestle, and that's by Jules Verne. So I have read Julius Caesar and Romeo and Juliet. Wasn't really a fan. I think I gave them both like either 2 stars or 3 stars. Mrs. Dalloway, I actually DNF'd. It is so short. Like this is literally like 142 pages and I couldn't finish it. That's how much I hated it. Around the World in 80 Days, I actually did enjoy. I've not read 5 Weeks in a Balloon. I probably will. However, I ended up listening to this on audiobook. And if I was going to read this one, I'd probably just do an audiobook again because the audiobooks on YouTube are free and actually quite enjoyable. Like I tried to read this physically and I was like just not in the mood, and I actually listened to the audiobook in like one sitting because it was quite short. So I'll probably just do that again for 5 Weeks in a Balloon. And The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist I have not read. And it actually does sound quite interesting. It is about like the working class in England and like the 19 somethings. I'm not completely sure. And I don't know, like I do think it sounds interesting and I kind of want to read it, but it is so long. It is 600 pages. And I'm like, realistically, like I've been keeping this on my shelf for over a year now, maybe longer, because I always think like, oh, it sounds kind of interesting, I'll probably read it. And then I just know for a fact I never actually am going to read it. So I've decided to just unhaul it with the rest of these editions. I also don't actually even like how these editions look. Like the covers, I'm just not really a big fan. I like the spines, to be honest, because I like black spines. So that's why I did keep them for so long, because like on a shelf, I do quite like them. But like, you know, these were both like 2 stars. This was a DNF. This was, I listened to an audiobook, and this one I'm probably never going to read. So there's like no point keeping them. Ones that I'm going to unhaul in future. I haven't read this one yet, but The Mill and the Floss by George Eliot. Again, I actually kind of like this one. It's very beat up. I got all of these. No, not all of them. Some of them were brand new, but like this one was just from a charity shop. So was The Ragged Trousered Philanthropist. It was just from a charity shop. So it's not like it cost me a lot of money. These also, like, if you buy these new, I'm pretty sure they're only like £2.50. So again, I don't know, like this one actually I'm going to read before I unhaul, but knowing me, I'd probably end up listening to an audiobook, so there's probably no point in me keeping it right now, but I'm gonna keep it for now. And you know, I'd actually do like these on a shelf together, and I'm gonna donate them all to like the same charity shop so that like someone will see them all sitting together on a shelf and think they look nice and maybe buy them all, and hopefully they'll find a better home. One that I'm gonna keep is The Well of Loneliness by Radcliffe Hall. This was like a lesbian classic and I really enjoyed it, but I cannot find a nice edition of this book that I like. Other than like this one is the nicest one that I can find, and I know I said I don't really like it, the most of them, but I don't know, I kind of like the cover of this one, and I don't know, like I just can't find one I like. The Penguin, they don't have like a Penguin Classics version of this, they just have like a Penguin Vintage and it's like bright purple, and I don't like that. I prefer like black or white spines if possible. So I'm gonna keep this one for now, but if I find like a nicer edition, or if like Penguin Classics, for example, made an edition of that, I would definitely get that one. But yeah, for now, I'm keeping this. Another 2 books that I kept for so long because I was like, I'm gonna read them, I wanted to read them eventually, were Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. And then I ended up listening to both of them on audiobook again on YouTube. Like the free audiobooks on YouTube are just so easy to listen to and obviously pause and save and stuff. And again, I listened to these audiobooks in the space of like, I think 2 nights each. And I kept these like physical editions for so long, which I don't even like because they're so small. I hate like books that are like weird sizes. So like these are quite small, and I kept them for so long, and then again I ended up listening to them on audiobook, so there was literally no reason for me to physically keep these. And I don't have any other classics like in these little editions. I think they're Collins classics. I don't know if you can read that. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't need to keep these. So hopefully someone else will. Another two, I actually enjoyed these. Or no, sorry, I've not finished one. Le Grand Moulins by Alain Fournier. I talked about this in my French classics video. And The Immortalist by André Gide. I think maybe is how you pronounce that. I haven't actually read this one yet. It's super short. I'm reading it next week maybe. I need to like get a start. This is for the next episode of my LGBT Classics series. I'll be talking about this book, but these editions are like really old Penguin modern classics, and they're really beat up. I don't know if you can even read these. And I just like don't like them. I don't like the colours. I don't like the pictures. They're really just wrecked, to be honest. They're like very old. I don't know if you can tell like the damage on them. Like, I don't know. They're just really old, and I don't want to keep them on my shelves. So again, these are both getting unhauled. I have to finish this one first, but yeah, I don't want them. This next one is Great Expectations by Charles Dickens, and this is in the Penguin Popular Classics edition. I used to own so many of these, and then I unhauled a lot of them. I talked about these in my last unhaul video because I had like so many of them, and I used to like them all together on the spine because they're kind of just like a old vintagey kind of colour, and I had like such a big pile. But then I just decided like I didn't like them anymore. I don't know, my brain just switched and I was like, I don't actually like these. So I bought this and the Penguin nice classics. So I don't need this obviously. And I have a lot more of these that I need to read first and then unhaul, but I'm not going to talk about them in this video because there's like quite a few of them. So I'm slowly getting rid of my entire collection of these editions because they're just kind of ugly. These next two may be controversial, but The Great Hunt and The Dragon Reborn by Robert Jordan. These are books 2 and 3 in the Wheel of Time series. I really enjoyed both of these and I gave them both 5 stars. However, I never wanted to own this series in the first place. I wanted to just get them from my library, and then my library was either closed or didn't have like these editions. I can't remember now. So I ended up buying them online, and they don't even match. They're like 2 completely different like editions. And they're so thick, so they're just like taking up so much space on my shelf. And I honestly don't think, even though I enjoyed these, I don't see myself ever rereading them. I started to continue the series. I don't know, it's been a while. I haven't read one since November. And I do want to continue it, but I'm just like, I just have no motivation to continue them at the moment. But I do plan on going back to Wheel of Time eventually, but I just know for a fact that I'm never going to... I keep dropping everything. I'm never going to reread these. And maybe someone else will enjoy them. These next ones are, again, just the edition I don't want. So I have... I'll show you the spines first. It's these Penguin classics. I think these were from like the 80s maybe. And I have The Professor by Charlotte Bronte. I have Agnes Grey by Anne Bronte. And I have Nana by Emile Zola. And these were just bought cheap second hand. I don't like the editions. And I actually bought... Okay, I don't actually have The Professor yet, but I have Agnes Grey and like the new Penguin moderns, Penguin classics. So I will eventually buy The Professor and that as well. And I just want to collect all of like the Bronte books and those editions because I just like don't like these ones. I have like such random editions of the Bronte books, and I just want like a nice Penguin classics like 2000s collection. Breaking Dawn, I bought this. I obviously own like Breaking Dawn. I own like the nice hardback that I got when the book like came out, and I bought this one from a charity shop because I had this whole plan. I was going to reread it and annotate it, but I read so much Twilight last year that I just couldn't bring myself to read this again to do that video. So I kind of combined that video with my reading vlog for Gone Girl and like tabbed that and annotated that. So I kind of already done that, and this is just taking up space. Like again, it's so thick, and I already own it like in hardback, so I don't need it. The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I have Cinder and Scarlet, and they're both damaged because when I peeled the sticker off that the shop put on them, it literally peeled like the paint off the book. I don't even know how that's possible, but it did. I enjoyed both of these, but again, I'm not going to reread them. They're taking up space. They're not even pretty, like they're cheap editions. So I don't want to keep them. And I know for a fact that like someone else will, even though they're damaged, so hopefully someone will buy them, but I don't know. And then finally, this was like one I talked about in like my last haul, or my second last haul. I got the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stig Larsson out of a charity shop, just because I knew the name. Like I literally just picked it up because I was like, oh, I know that, and then I'm not going to read it. And I talked about it in like one of my videos. I think it was the video where I talked about all the book hauls that I'd done in 2020. Yeah, and I talked about like how I never got to this yet and I don't know if I would. And then I got like mixed responses. Some people were like, yeah, it's okay. And then some people were like, oh, it's good. And then some people were like, nah, it's not worth the time. And it's so thick. And again, I'm just like, it's the same as a Ragged Trousered Philanthropist, where it's like, I actually do want to read it, but I just know for a fact I'm never going to actually pick it up. So there's no point in it just like sitting there taking up space. So that's all the books I think that I have to unhaul. If you enjoyed this video, I know it's like very casual, leave a like and subscribe, and I will have my next video with a lot more effort to it. This is just low effort because I've started like a new job like last week, and I start working at like 5 a.m. and it's very tiring, and my sleeping pattern's everywhere, and I didn't manage to film a video on Wednesday because I was just so tired. So if I didn't film this for Sunday, then there was not going to be any videos this week, and that would not be good because I'm trying to upload every single week. So I apologise. But again, thank you for watching, and my next video will probably be a reading vlog, I think. I might actually do a reading vlog for Chain of Gold because Chain of Iron comes out in like a week and a half. So I might do a reading vlog of this because I'm going to start it today. So I would say give me your opinion on that, but I am filming this in advance. I'm filming this on Thursday and this is going up on Sunday, so I don't know. I'm just rambling now, so thank you for watching and I will see you in my next video.